Hic anno tan tertinens terrace in Devonshire, here are noted, those, holding lands in Devonshire. Detail from Domesday Book, list forming part of first page of King S. holdings. There are 53 entries, including the first entry for the king himself, I Rex Wilhelmus 2 EP, Iscapu, Esta Exesistra 3 EP, Iscapu, S. Constantiensis III Ekel, ESI, a Glastonbury v Ekel, ESI, a de Taves Talk 6 Ekel, ESI, a de Buckfest 7 Ekel, ESI, a de Horchen 8 Ekel, ESI, a de Kreneburn 9 Ekel, ESI, a de Labatalge X Ekel, ESI, a de Rotomago S, Oncta, Mar, IA, 11 Ekel, ESI, a de Monte S, Ancto, Michael 12 Ekel, ESI, AS, Ancti, Stephani Decatum 13 Ekel, ESI, AS, Ancti, Trinit, ATIS, Decatum ZEE comes Hugo. 15 comes Moradanensis 16 Baldwin, Us, Vice comes 17 Juddel de Totenize 18 Wilhelm, Us, de Moyen 19 Wilhelmus Ever XX Wilhelm, Us, de Felize XXI Wilhelm, Us, de Poilgi XXII Wilhelmus de Au XXII Walterius de Duwaitziaen Walterius de Clavel XXV Walterius XXVI Gosselmus XXVII Richard, Us, Filius Gisleb, ER, Ti Committus XXVII Rogrius de Busley XXIX Rob, ER, Tus de Albemarle Triple X Rob, ER, Tus Bastard XXXI Ricardus Philly, Us, Torulf XXXII Radulfus de Limesey XXXII Radulf, Us, Paganel XXXII Radulf, Us. De Felgaries XXXV Radulfus de Pomeray XXXVI Ruel de Dobede XXXVII Tetbald, Us, Filius Bernerii XXXVII Turston, Us, Filius Rolf XXXIX Aluritus de Hispania XL Aluritus Brito XLI Ansturus XLIIA Iulfus Lien Odo Filius Gamelin Sli EOSB, ER, News de Salciad XLV Uxor Hervé de Helion XLVI Girold, Us, Capellan, Anus, Slai Girardus Slai 8th Godbold, Us, XLIX Nicolas L Fulcherus Li Hymericus Lei Will, L Mua, SET Alii Servient, ES, Regis Lii Coluan et Alii Tiny Regis. The Domesday Book of 1086 lists in the following order the tenants-in-chief in Devonshire of King William the Conqueror, Osborne Fitz-Osborne, died 1103, Bishop of Exeter Geoffrey de Montbray, died 1093, Bishop of Coutances Glastonbury Church, Somerset Tavistock Church, Devon Buckfast Church, Devon Horton Church, Dorset Cranbourne Church, Dorset Battle Church, Sussex St. Mary S. Church, Rouen, Normandy Mont St. Michel Church, Normandy St. Stephen S. Church, Scene, Normandy Holy Trinity Church, Scene Hugh d'Avranches, 1st Earl of Chester. Died 1101, Robert, Count of Morton, died 1090, half-brother of the King Baldwin de Moles, died 1090, Sheriff of Devon, feudal Baron of Oakhampton, Juhel de Totnes, died 1123/30, feudal Baron of Totnes, Devon William de Mahon, died post 1090, feudal Baron of Dunster, Somerset William Cheever, Latinis to Capra, Shegoat, feudal Baron of Bradninch, Devon. He was brother of Ralph de Pomeroy, see below, feudal Baron of Berry Pomeroy Devon William de Falaise, feudal Baron of Stokersey, Somerset William de Poyley, whose lands later formed part of the feudal barony of Plimpton William II, Count of EU, died 1097, Walter of Douai, died c. 1107, feudal Baron of Bampton, Devon Walter de Claveley, his lands later formed part of the feudal barony of Gloucester Gotshelm, brother of Walter de Claveley, his lands later formed part of the feudal barony of Gloucester Richard Fitzgilbert, died c. 1090, elder brother of Baldwin de Moles, Sheriff of Devon, feudal Baron of Oakhampton, Roger de Busley, died c. 1099, Robert of O'Malley, Latinis to de Albemarle. His lands later formed part of the feudal barony of Plimpton. Robert Bastard, whose lands later formed part of the feudal barony of Plimpton. Richard Fitzgerald, died post 1103-6, alias Fitzgerald, whose lands later formed part of the feudal barony of Cardinham, Cornwall. Ralph de Limesey, most of his Devon manors passed to the feudal barony of Bradninch. Ralph Bignell. Ralph de Fougeries. Ralph de Pomeroy, feudal baron of Berry. Pomeroy. Rold dubbed, whose lands later formed part of the feudal barony of Plimpton. Theobald Fitzburner, whose lands later formed part of the feudal barony of Great Torrington. He was the father-in-law of Odo Fitzgamelin. Turstan Fitzralph, feudal baron of North Cadbury, Somerset. Alfred of Spain. Alfred the Breton. Anster Aylulf. Odo Fitzgamelin, son-in-law of Theobald Fitzburner. Osborne of Sacy, the wife of Hervey of Helene. Gerald the chaplain. Gerard Godbold. Nicholas Fulcher. A Chimeric. King S. Servants. King S. Thanes. Sanders, p.69 Sanders, p.89 Sanders, p.114 Sanders, p.20 Sanders, p.143 Thorn, Part 2, Chapter 21 Sanders, p.5 Thorn, Part 2, Chapter 24 Thorn, Part 2, Chapter 25 Thorn, Part 2, Chapter 26 Thorn, Part 2, Chapter 28 Thorn, Part 2, Chapter 29 Thorn, Part 2, Chapter 30 Thorn, Part 2, Chapter 31 Thorn, Part 2, Chapter 35 Thorn, Part 2, Chapter 36 Sanders, p.68 Thorn, Part 2, Chap 36 and 42 Thorn, Part 2, Chap 42.